What if I told you your next $20 notary appointment could actually be worth more than $2,000 in lifetime revenue? It's not a pipe dream, it's actually a strategy, and I'm here to teach you how to do that today. Hi, I'm Bill Soroka, founder of NotaryCoach.com. I also happen to love writing, so I've written 5 best selling notary business books, and I'm the creator of the High Performance Notary Collective on the School platform. Today, you'll learn my proven SMILE framework, part of my top of mind method that I designed to turn one time signers into lifetime customers and also become referral champions for you and your business. We're going to cover customer service techniques, client retention strategies, long term connection strategies, and just simple shifts that you can make to grow your notary business exponentially. Now, many notaries operate with a transactional mindset. They sign, date, and stamp a document, and then they just move on, just to start the hustle to find the next customer again. It doesn't have to be like that, though. Every appointment is an opportunity to actually create a loyal client and actually unlock their network of referrals. But here's some common misconceptions that some notaries have. One, that notaries don't get repeat clients. And two, that referrals only happen by chance and not by intention. But those are just simply not true, especially when you consider all the additional services that most mobile notaries offer under the notary umbrella. So whether you've chosen just to be focused on general notary work, or whether you've chosen some specialties like loan signings, apostille services, trust delivery, field inspections, officiating weddings, or even fingerprint rolling. No matter the path you chose, or if you've chosen all of them, that's okay too. The strategies that you're going to learn in this lesson will actually help you turn every customer into a lifetime customer. The person you notarize today might actually be the client you fingerprint tomorrow. And here's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in years of being in business. Your customers don't want another vendor to manage. So what that means is the more problems that you can solve for them, or the more you can be a resource to them, the more you stay top of mind for getting hired or referred to their network. Plus, think about this. It costs 5 times as much to get a new customer in time, money, and resources than it does to simply retain a current customer. I mean, think about how hard you have to work to get a new customer right now. Think of all the time, energy, and money that you pour into getting your phone to ring. As a notary entrepreneur, we know where our customers come from. It's just 2 main sources, right? Online visibility and your outreach to your prospects or your current network. So let's look at some of these marketing efforts that you're putting into finding your customer. Think about your efforts to enhance your online visibility, basically. You start with a Google business profile, but oh yeah, you first have to learn how to use Google business profile, and then you have to stay up on it, because it's not a just set it and forget it kind of a tool. Then you have to sign up for the various platforms if you're into loan signings, and maybe register with hundreds of signing companies. Then you need to be on the most popular notary directory sites, and you might even have to pay for a premium listing on some of those sites. And don't forget LinkedIn. You've got to have your LinkedIn profile. It's a gold mine of opportunity, containing almost anyone that you would consider an ideal customer as a mobile notary. So you have to spend some time on it. Then think about all the time that it takes to generate and create valuable content and to post to the various social media platforms. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, you have to have an optimized website with web booking tools, messaging options, all the things that help you convert visitors to your website to actual customers for your business. And that, what I just listed, is just the efforts involved in online visibility. But the second way that you gain customers is through your warm and cold outreach to prospects and your current network. In other words, your relationships. Think about all the work that you do to cultivate meaningful and fruitful relationships. You attend networking meetings. You have membership into organizations like the Chamber of Commerce, maybe a networking meeting, or the bar association, your local bar association. Then think of the ways that you reach out. You send emails to estate planning attorneys or any type of attorney that you want to work with. Maybe you're popping in to those attorney offices or to escrow offices. Or if you're into medical facilities, maybe you're popping into hospitals and care centers of all kinds. Then you have maybe you're sending handwritten notes, a very effective strategy. And then, of course, there's just the good old-fashioned pick up the phone and call. Dial in for dollars, we used to call it. And that's just scratching the surface. Look at all that effort that we put into getting our phone to ring. But then when the phone does ring, if it gets answered, if the appointment gets booked, and if the service gets completed, for 90% of notaries out there, that's the end of the client relationship. I mean, they might leave a business card behind just hoping that at some point that customer knows where to find their card and call them sometime in the future. And then they just jump on the hamster wheel and start the whole process all over again, grinding for that new customer, waiting for that phone to ring. But what if? Two of my favorite words, favorite and most dangerous words. What if? What if it didn't have to be like that? What would that look like? Because here's what we know through years of experience in this industry. If you have a customer that needed a notary, apostille, fingerprint, officiant, inspection, whatever, if they needed it once, they're going to need it again, or they will know someone who does. And contrary to popular belief, it is not the customer's responsibility to remember you. They don't have to remember you for the next time they need you. That's too much for them. Most people forget why they even walk into a room in the first place, much less the name and the phone number of the notary that helped them 6 months ago. It's nothing personal against you. It's just a phenomenon known as the doorway effect. It happens to almost everyone. And while it's true that we are powerful and magnificent human beings capable of amazing things, sometimes we put the milk in the pantry and the car keys in the fridge. That's life. So if you want to build a network of constantly referring lifetime customers, you must take responsibility for keeping yourself top of mind. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. In fact, I even named this the top of mind method. It consists of 5 opportunities that I've identified throughout my career and experience that will help deepify relationships and build lifetime customers. But what does it mean to deepify a relationship? It's okay if you don't know. You don't have to look it up. It's a word that I actually made up, and I do that a lot. It drives my book editors absolutely crazy. But to deepify means to make an unreasonable effort to connect on a deeper level and stay in touch and demonstrate to your network, both professional and personal, that you care about them. The world already has plenty of reasonable, cost-effective, mass-produced, normal and ordinary ways to communicate. But to deepify a relationship is not just communicate, not just spewing information out there, but to truly connect in an extraordinary way. Simple, but extraordinary. So are you ready to learn something that could absolutely help change everything for your business, the top of mind method isn't about chasing customers. It's about creating a presence so strong that customers seek you out and recommend you without question. So let's take a look now at these 5 opportunities of the top of mind method with the acronym SMILE. Why smile? The world is full of hundreds of different languages, and a smile speaks in all of them. It conveys an open and gracious heart, and if all else fails, a smile builds a bridge and creates connection. The S in SMILE is for solve the problem. The M is for masterfully delivering your services. The I is for implementing an ironclad button-up system. And L is for leveraging your long-term connection strategy. And finally, the E in SMILE is to expand your knowledge and your network. So let's break these steps down so you can start using them today. S is for solve their problem. So how do you solve their problem? From how you answer the phone to how to closing the appointment, every touch point matters. Respond immediately. That would be the first thing. The faster, the better. No one really needs a notary until they need a notary. So there's usually this sense of urgency around these appointments. And always keep in mind that even with 4.5 million notaries in the world, it can still be pretty difficult to find one when you need one. In fact, some of your prospects or your potential customers have to call anywhere from 3 to 20 notaries before someone finally picks up the phone. And if you can't pick up the phone, have a system in place that makes it clear that you're absolutely open for business and actually want to be of service, even if you can't pick up right away. And then, of course, when you do answer, do so professionally and with a smile. That way you can take gentle control of the conversation. You have to be able to overcome the first question that your customer is going to ask you, which is inevitably going to be about time, availability, maybe the document type, and of course the big one, how much is this going to cost? Then once you have control of the conversation, you can actually demonstrate your expertise by asking more probing questions so you can get the full picture of your customer's needs. You can't count on the public to know exactly what they need. They just simply don't understand the role of the notary public like you do. You have to ask questions, and you have to make sure that you are the right person for the job, and you have to ask these questions so you can actually quote the full scope of the work, stack your value so it's not just about a rubber stamp, and then quote an accurate price that's reflective of your expertise, your time, your energy. And then as soon as you quote your price, you have to seal the deal. Ask for the sale and book the appointment. That's how you seal the deal. Every single business call that comes through, make no doubt about this, guys, it's actually a sales call for your business. When your phone rings, your cash register dings. Now, once you set that appointment, because you are a powerful and magnificent human being, you get to opportunity number 2, which is the M in SMILE, masterfully delivering your services. There's no better way to get a repeat customer or a referral from them than to do your job right in the first place. So you really have to take your training seriously here. Please don't rely on just your state mandated training, if they even had mandated training, as your only source of wisdom for this work. And then realize that your service is not just about how to sign, date, and stamp a piece of paper. It's about the person on the other side of the signing table. Your client is a human being having a notarization experience. And the more you can remember that and flip the attention from their usual notary experience, which is a notary that gives 80% of the attention towards the paperwork, but only 20% towards the other person or building a relationship up with that person. To flip that, you want to give 80% of your attention to building the relationship. And then you want 20% of your most focused, laser focused attention on the paperwork. That will drive your business and your revenue to whole new levels, transform your entire career with that one flip. What we're doing here is we're laying the foundation for a relationship that might possibly last beyond one single appointment. And when you consistently do this, your appointments are probably going to start ending with more hugs or more handshakes, whatever you're into. And this is where, at the end of your appointment, all the feel-goods are there. This is where you ask the most important question that you could ever ask in your notary career. Do you mind if I stay in touch? This proves critical in the next couple of opportunities and for the longevity of your business in the first place. So the next opportunity is the I in Smile, implement ironclad button-up. One of the biggest challenges that you'll face as a solopreneur managing all the hats you have to wear in this business is just that. It becomes so overwhelming with all the different tasks, all the different roles that you have to play. And I learned this the hard way. I lost clients because it took me forever to send an invoice to them because I'd get busy and forget. Escrow officers hate that. Tax time was a terrifying nightmare because I never kept up with my bookkeeping. So tax time was super stressful for me, for my accountant, and later my CPA. It was just very stressful. I lost track and I lost touch with friends, family, clients, because before I knew it, months and years would go by without us reaching out and staying in touch. And what helped me overcome this was setting up a post-appointment ritual. Basically, all that is a series of habits strung together to make life easier and bring peace of mind. And I did it after every single appointment. As soon as I would leave a client's home, the shutting of my car door triggered a series of action items for me to do right there in my car. Maybe I'd pull around the corner or swing into a Starbucks, but I would do this after every appointment, and I would build it into my time. One of some ideas for what this could look like for you on your post-appointment ritual is you could communicate with the hiring party, if there was one. You can triple check, quadruple check your documents, and even prepare them for shipping right there in your vehicle. You could send out your invoices, update your bookkeeping system, and then you could also do a follow-up text message or email, however you want to do it, thanking the customer and even asking them for a positive review on Google Business Profile. You can really add anything you want to your post-appointment ritual. Whatever is going to help bring peace of mind and help you enjoy your business more, add it to your post-appointment ritual. So once you get that buttoned up, wrapped up, it's ironclad, and your mind's free to focus on the next appointment or the next endeavor, you can move on to opportunity number 4, the L in Smile. Opportunity number 4 is to leverage long-term connection strategies. You already received permission to stay in touch. Remember that back in opportunity number 2? Now it's time for you to follow through on your promise. That's actually part of integrity. If you say you're going to stay in touch, you got to stay in touch. And this is where most notaries drop the ball. Staying connected is key. So what are some long-term connection strategies that you can use? Well, here's just a few that you can consider blending into your workflow to help you stay in touch with your customers. First, email marketing. You can do this both as maybe an automated drip campaign, but you can also do it as broadcast emails. You can also create great content like blogs, articles, and even videos if you're not afraid of being in the camera. And then distribute that content via email, like broadcast emails, or you could post it to your social media. If you're not too excited about creating content, you can actually still build really deep, wonderful connections and relationships by engaging with your prospects or your customers' content instead. They work hard to build that content. And when you engage with it, share with it, like it, comment on it thoughtfully, that actually fortifies your relationship. And then, of course, you can also just reach out directly to those in your network consistently through phone, text messages, direct messages on social media, and even handwritten notes, which work really well. These little techniques are what some of the greatest networkers and salespeople in the world use to help them stand out and stay top of mind with their prospects. Think about all the clients that you've already served this year. How many of them could become raving fans of yours if you just reached out? Think about all the amazing relationships that you have whenever you're sitting down with a signer. You connect, you laugh, you cry sometimes. You've got this special bond. But for 90% of notaries, when they walk out the door, it just starts to dissipate, and then it's gone. And finally, then, that brings us to our E in Smile. Expand your knowledge and your network. As both a notary and an entrepreneur, there's always going to be something new to learn. So forever be the student. Get intentional about building your own personal curriculum about what you need or what you want to learn about. And never forget that businesses like this, people businesses, really is about who you know. You're just one relationship away from having your dream results. One person can change everything. So be constantly expanding your network. Attend events, participate when you do, bring value to the conversation, bring value to the relationship, and just repeat that on an ongoing basis. You can see this is really next level thinking for a mobile notary business, right? Remember, Smile is about creating value, trust, and relationships that actually last. And most notaries don't do this work. They'll say things, and this might be going through your head too. Oh yeah, that's common sense, Bill. Might be common sense, but it's not common practice. Every appointment is an opportunity to grow your business, impact lives, and build something truly remarkable here. Your $20 notary appointment or even your $250 trust appointment could be worth 10 or 20 times that if you stay in touch with your customers. Because if they needed you once, they're going to need you again, or they will know someone who does. Never forget that. And don't let this knowledge slip through the cracks. Like Tony Robbins says, knowledge is not power. It's only potential. Action is power. So put this wisdom to work. Pick one step from the Smile framework and try to implement it this week. And if you're feeling a little overwhelmed right now or wondering, gosh, who works like this? Or maybe you're even sitting back there just rolling your eyes at me like right now. I get it. This is extraordinary effort that most notaries just don't do. And it generates extraordinary results, one of which is more income than I ever dreamed possible as a mobile notary. Look, everybody wants to be a six-figure notary until it comes time to do the work that a six-figure notary does. For that reason, you must stay in touch with your why. For that reason, you must keep your dream top of mind for yourself. For that reason, you have to remind yourself of who is relying on you to help get you through the hard days, because the one thing that you can count on is hard days as an entrepreneur. So who needs you on your A game right now? Your kids, your spouse, your partner, parents, your pets. Maybe it's just working for the legacy you want to leave behind. Who's counting on you to succeed right now? Success is your duty. This work matters, not just for the customers you serve, but for you and your family and your dreams. People are counting on you. So why work so hard to build a business you can be proud of? One that gives you a flexible schedule so you can do more of the things you love with the people you love with unlimited earning potential? Because your life, your business, your dreams depend on it. You are a powerful and magnificent human being, and I can't wait to see how you grow your business. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button for me and share this with another notary entrepreneur who needs to hear it. And please even take that a step further for me. Like, comment, share this video with a notary entrepreneur that you think might find value in it. And then join me next week because we're going to go deeper into how to solve your clients' problems, the S in SMILE, and why this step alone could set you apart in the notary world. And if you'd like to join me and work with me more with some support and accountability as you build your notary business, join me and hundreds of other motivated notary entrepreneurs in my High Performance Notary Collective on the School platform. Just go to school.com, that's SKOOL.com/notary. You can join today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.